Hermes was the god of many different things and is one of the Greek gods with the longest history. Stick around to learn all about Hermes' specialities and just how far back his history goes. Hello and welcome to World History Encyclopedia. My name is Kelly, and today we're going to talk about the wing-footed messenger of the gods and the trickster in Greek mythology. That's right, today we're looking at the god Hermes. Don't forget, the easiest way to support us is by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel so you don't miss out on any new uploads. If you like my t-shirt, you can find this design and a bunch more in our shop, which I will link down below. Hermes was the Greek god of trade, wealth, luck, fertility, animal husbandry, sleep, language, thieves, and travel. He's known as the trickster of the Greek pantheon, and most recognizable is his position as the messenger to the gods. Well, mostly the messenger for Zeus. Along with being very clever and mischievous, Hermes is credited with the invention of the lyre, although he's not the god associated with music. As herald of the gods, Hermes became associated with crossing boundaries with his movements between the realm of the gods and the world of mortals. This crossing of boundaries is seen through one of his most recognizable roles, the guide of deceased souls to the river Styx in the underworld, where Charon would then take them on his boat to Hades. The Caduceus, a staff with two serpents twisted around it, is a symbol of Hermes and his association with the crossing of boundaries and the transitions from this life to the afterlife. The earliest record of Hermes dates back to the Bronze Age, with his name appearing on Linear B tablets written by the Mycenaeans, which have been uncovered at Pylos, Thebes, and Knossos. This means the history of Hermes began during the height of the Mycenaeans, between the 15th and the 13th centuries BCE, which is not a feat all Greek deities can claim. He was the son of the god Zeus and Maia, who was one of the Pleiades, who were the 7 daughters of the Titan Atlas. Hermes became one of the 12 Olympians, and in Roman mythology is known as Mercury. As an impish and mischievous character, often referred to as a trickster god, along with being the messenger to Zeus and the gods, naturally, Hermes featured in many mythological stories, but he was often not the star. Hermes was often depicted with many unique items, which became iconic symbols of the god, including the Caduceus, his winged sandals, and his winged helmet. Hermes was also seen as a transformative agent, with every aspect of his personality concerned with a transition or transformation. This can be seen through the lyre transforming silence to music, thievery and trade, which involve the movement of goods and ownership, and messages providing information that affects the reader and can change them. Hermes was also the epitome of the Greek love of cleverness and of the sleight of hand, just like his great-grandson, the wily Odysseus. The concept of getting what you want by trickery rather than confrontation or violence was respected by the Greeks, and this cleverness is also a form of transformation, in that one changes or distorts another's reality to get what one wants, and Hermes is seen doing this very thing in a number of myths. The most important myth of Hermes is known to us through the Homeric hymn to Hermes, and details the first few days of Hermes' life. After he's born, the infant Hermes leaves the cave in which his mother lives to find the sacred cows of the god Apollo, the half-brother of Hermes. As he left the cave, he found a tortoise, which he brought into the cave and killed in order to create the first lyre out of its shell. After creating the lyre, the baby Hermes desired meat, and so once again he left the cave as the sun was sinking on his first day of life. At Pieria, Hermes found Apollo's cows and stole 50 of them. He had the cows walk backwards, wearing sandals made out of branches and twigs, so as not to give away the direction they were travelling. On his journey with the cows, Hermes met an old man, whom he told to forget what he had seen and heard before continuing to the river Alpheus. Here, Hermes fed the cows and produced fire from fire sticks, becoming the first to do so. Hermes then slaughtered 2 of the cows and sacrificed the fat and meat on the fire, covered the fire in sand, and threw the sandals into the river before returning to his cave on Mount Cyllene. When Apollo found his cows missing and confronted the day-old Hermes in his cave, Hermes claimed he was innocent of any such wrongdoing, and so the half-brothers ventured to Olympus to stand before Zeus. Zeus was not swayed by Hermes' feigned innocence and told him to lead Apollo to his cows. Apollo was shocked to find that Hermes was strong enough to kill 2 of his cows as an infant and outraged at the theft, but upon hearing the lyre, Apollo desired it and he and Hermes traded gifts. Apollo got the lyre, which would become the most significant symbol of the god, and Hermes was given a shiny whip for cowherding and the Caduceus, which signified his role as a herald. Hermes was also known to have saved Io, who had been turned into a cow, by killing Argus, the 100-eyed giant, which led to his common epithet, the sharp-sighted slayer of Argus, or slayer of Argus, or Argefontes. Hermes pops up in many tales, including Homer's Iliad and Odyssey. He provides sage counsel to the Trojan king Priam, although being on the side of the Achaeans for the duration of the war, and to Odysseus during his journey home by giving him an antidote for the spells cast by Circe. Perhaps it was his role as guide and counselor which prompted Homer's use of epithets such as Hermes the guide, slayer of Argus, and Hermes the kindly. As the inventor of the panpipes, it makes sense that Hermes was the patron of shepherds, and although the wilderness god Pan is often said to be Hermes' son, Pan is actually one of the oldest Greek gods and predates the Mycenaeans. Hermes may have actually been developed from some of the original roles of Pan, like a later version of the god. Hermes was worshipped in temples, primarily in Arcadia in the Peloponnese, which was the believed birthplace of the god. Just like any other god, people would bring him sacrifices, and due to his associations with nature, it's believed that he was honoured in outdoor areas such as springs, brooks, and sacred groves. It wouldn't be a complete video on Hermes without addressing his frequent depictions in statues, most notably the Hermes. Hermes, which translates to piled stones, were exactly that, piled stones with a bust of Hermes' head on the top, and were always adorned with a phallus. Hermes were road markers, which could have been erected because Hermes was the patron god of travellers, or Hermes may have been so called because of the Hermes, and were often found at crossroads. In the early depictions of Hermes, he was a mature male with a beard, but by around 800 BCE and into the classical Greek age, he was depicted as a youth, often with his Caduceus or his winged sandals. In every age, however, he was a transformative figure who altered the course of the lives of people as well as his fellow gods. Can you think of any figure in your own culture's folklore or religion who serves this same purpose of transformation? What trickster gods appear in your culture's stories? Let us know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any new upload. This video was brought to you by World History Encyclopedia. For more great articles and interactive content, head to our website via the link below. World History Encyclopedia is a non-profit organisation. If you'd like to support our work, you can hit the pop-up up in the top corner of the screen, or you can visit our new and improved Patreon site, which I have linked down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon with another video.